Hey traders, welcome back. It's Kenny with BK Trading Academy. We're going to hop into a multiple time frame analysis of USD CAD, and I'm going to show you how to trade around the news because we have quite a few news tomorrow, and I just want to show you how I would approach this pair based on what I'm seeing. So we are on the monthly time frame, so we're going to look at technically what are we seeing on the chart right now. Well, one thing that I see on the chart is definitely I see price rising, and I see that price is closer to resistance rather than support. So this would be my monthly highs. And I also noticed that since about 2022, the highs have been declining. They've been getting lower and lower, and we're continuing to seemingly move to the downside. So prices are falling. So in that case, I may want to, reconsider if I'm buying. I want to reconsider where I'm buying at because I see that price is very close to resistance, and we always want to buy near a level of support. Okay. So I'm always looking at a level above price and a level below price. So a level below price that stands out to me is this monthly level right here. Now that may be quite far from where price is right now. So let's just measure. So yeah, based on where my zone is, that's about 190 pips from where the price is right now. So since I see this wick rejection here at the top of the monthly, this is telling me that price is more likely to fall. So if I go down to the weekly, for example, now I'm at the weekly time frame and just look where my zone is. So look at the zone that I marked up right here, okay? And look how on the weekly, if we ask ourselves, what trend is this in right now? We just want to simply follow the market structure. So we sort of look like we could be a bit sideways. But if I look at this weekly, I simply see something like this. So I can draw my trend line and I definitely see something like this. And you can see that we were pretty much pushing upward here. So we were pushing upward. We came down, but then we failed to create a new high right here. We came back down and then we retested the previous low. Then we made a new high and then we came back and retested that low again. So you can see that price is kind of all over the place, right? We then broke structure here and we created a new low, but then we went and retested the horizontal high, and now we're wicking off of that area. So now what I expect is because this area has been tested so much, I think that we could possibly see price come somewhere back down in this area, especially on the monthly, because we're seeing that strong wick rejection that price is likely to come down. So considering that as we continue to move down, now we're on the daily time frame, right? So on the daily, I have an uptrend and notice where price is pausing right now. So if I simply just take my fib retracement tool and I measure this impulse from where price started, you can see that right now price is pretty much starting to wick near the 618% fib. So there's a possibility this could go up temporarily in the short term. You can also see on this daily, we had a double bottom right here. We broke the neckline, which was previous support, became resistance, and now prices seemingly trying to get back to that area and possibly reject somewhere within this area. Okay, so considering this, notice that I moved down from the monthly to the weekly to the daily. So I'm just going to go back to the weekly really quickly because the weekly is where those critical levels stick out to my naked eye. So one thing that I see right now is that, okay, if I just even just look at the price action from here, right? Because I can look at the price action at least from July of this year and I can just see what the price is doing. So one thing that I do see is that price is sitting at a weekly support. So here's our previous weekly support, and there's a good possibility price could go up from this area. So this is an area of previous resistance, also support, and that is something that could happen right now. So if I were to take this trade, what would I want to do? You want to continue to drill down to the lower time frame. Am I seeing weakness at the level? Yes, I'm seeing weakness at the level. Price did push up a bit, but now it's falling back. What other confluences can I add? I can add a 50-period moving average. So as long as price stays above the 50-period moving average, I can buy. But if it falls below the 50-period moving average, that's an indication that maybe the trend is reversing on this particular time frame. So we can even continue to drill much lower. We can go to the 1 hour and we can see what is price doing on the 1 hour, right? Maybe we will look for a triple bottom or a double bottom. We can look for patterns, things like that. Okay, so we can even continue to drill even lower, like the 15-minute, and that looks like a really good confirmation. So look here within the zone how we're seeing this strong wick rejection, and this is where the price previously wicked before. So in the short term, for example, if I'm looking for a scalp position or for for an intraday position, then I would say short term, this is a good zone to trade right now because I'm seeing weakness at the level and I'm also seeing multiple confluence for why it will go up. Okay. So just take a look right now. So I'm on the daily time frame. So I'm just going to go ahead and redraw that trend line. So here is I'll just say my trend line right here. Okay, so that's my trend line. And then again, I'm going to find my area. So I'm finding my area right about here. All right. And then what I can do too, let me just actually, I'm going to do this just a little bit different. So I'm going to actually just draw my trend line right here. Okay. I can do something like this. So I can trap this price inside of a channel. This is our price action channel strategy, which I love so much because it's just super easy. So now I have an area of support. That's my support. I've already identified weakness at the level on the lower time frame. So this is a really good setup right now in the New York session. And then where would I take profit? So I'm just going to clone this zone and you will notice that our nearest resistance is right here, right? So if you were going to buy this zone, if you were going to buy this support zone right here, it would make sense to take profit near the middle of the channel. So right at about, I would say 1.3655 is safe. Let's just see how many pips is that. So from here to about 1.30, that's about 85 pips. Okay. And you probably could get a little bit higher, but the reason why we would take profit there is because this is a major turning point in the market where the price reversed. So it could pivot from this area. So you always want to take profit right before those pivot areas because price might not reach the area completely. Okay, so this is the actual swing level or key level that sticks out to my naked eye. So this would be the top of our channel and this would be my resistance. But in the short term, if I'm looking for an opportunity right now, then I'm going to buy off of this level. Now, what if I'm a swing trader, right? And I expect that this bullish continuation could possibly continue. So I'm just going to plan on my trade. But if we look at high impact news, we have high impact news tomorrow full of USD news. We have FOMC meeting minutes, we have PPI, we have quite a few things going on tomorrow. So how do I trade around that? So what you could do is if you believe the news will work in your favor based on the data that you read, you can comfortably plan your stop loss. So let's say if I'm going to buy USD CAD right now, for example, then I might want to measure out, okay, based on how I trade my strategy, if it dips below the 50 period moving average or outside the trend line, then I'm out. So maybe I'll do like a 75 pip stop loss somewhere around 1.3505. And if it goes my way, let's say if it even comes down to about 1.3555, I'll get in again because that's still wicking near the 618% fib. I'll take this to at least possibly the middle of the channel. So for about maybe roughly 116 pips, I could probably take it to the top of the flag here. So this would be our flag pattern right here. I could possibly take this back to the top of the flag and I can use a break even stop loss. So once the price is about 50 to 60 pips in my favor, I can move my stop loss into profit or you can trail it as the price moves in your favor, okay? So I just wanted to give you some options on how to trade around the news, how to find a high probability trade, and how to enter USD CAD right now based on multiple confluences of what you're seeing and based on your trading style. So I hope that this analysis was very helpful for you. I like to go in detail often and just explain the reason behind what we do and how we do it. And it's always great to follow rules that you have in place because that's going to help you get consistent results and also know where you need to tweak your strategy. So if you are new here, be sure to click follow on our profile. You'll get these ideas delivered straight to your inbox. Also, check out our Telegram below. Guys, I hope you have an amazing trading week. Trade safe. And yeah, we'll see you in the next trade idea. Have a wonderful day.